And so next, we would like to have Jamie Van Beek come up. Jamie is not only a graduate of this program, but also a faculty member in this program, and her enthusiasm and commitment to what she does is outstanding and really sets a model for all of us. So, Jamie. Yay! Loves me already.
Oh, she's got a presentation.
This is me 20 years ago, getting ready for my PTA, writing my resume at the end of the program. When Margaret asked me to speak, I wasn't sure really what I wanted to speak on at first, but you know, I'm a teacher, and so looking at all of you, you know me as the teacher. You know, I come in confidence. That's how I come into my classrooms. But I thought maybe I would share more of my personal story that I know I didn't share with you. And that starts with this girl right here. And this is me in the PTA program. And I was a girl who had very low self-confidence. I didn't really believe in myself. My mother told me I was never college material. My mom, unfortunately, had a very atrocious childhood. She was sexually abused, physically abused by her father. And she was able to escape that. And when she met my father, who was in the service, and had me, she did the best she could. And she just didn't have the skill set to be a loving, nurturing mother. Wasn't the mom that gave me the hugs. I don't remember hugs or holding my hand or kisses on the cheeks or snuggles. So as a child, I really internalized that as I wasn't good enough. That's why my mom wasn't reading books to me and wouldn't hold my hand. And, so I carried that with me through my whole childhood and growing up. And when I got that letter in the mail from Whatcom Community College that said you were accepted into the PTA program, it changed my life. And Whatcom Community College changed my life, and that's why I'm here, and I'm still here as a teacher, because I want to give back to Whatcom what it did for me. When I got into the program, I still had these big holes in me of self-doubt. I couldn't do it. I really wasn't sure I could do it. And I remember my very first exam with Susan here, Susan Churchill, and I have them, Susan. I actually have them.
30 pages.
And it was pathology.
Oh, man.
And Susan was she's an amazing person. And to watch her in front of that classroom teach to us in a way that was never boring, was never dry, was always exciting. We learned from her patient stories, we learned from her triumphs, we learned from her mistakes as a therapist. And some of the stories that she told us still stay with me today, and some of them I share in the classroom because they're just priceless. But it was the very first exam. And this is Susan's exams. They were 19 pages long, single-sided, all short answer. And I remember I got the first pathology exam, and I sat down to take it, and I just burst into tears because that voice came back. You're not smart enough. You're not college material. You don't deserve to be here. And I burst into tears, and Susan's looking at me, and I came up to the front of the room, and I can't do it. And she looked at me, and I still remember that day. She said, yes, you can, because I believe in you. I know that you don't believe in you right now, but I believe in you. First person who ever said that to me. And I thought, okay, I trust Susan. If she believes in me, I'll believe in me. And so I did it, and I did well in the program. The program helped fill holes in me that I didn't really know were there. And then I got to the patients. Patients. Being able to work with patients, and as much as I put into patients, they would give me that back. When I was doing the internships, I really thought, okay, this is where I need to be. One other person I met in the program who also made a huge difference in my life is Susan Schofield. And we were friends in the program, and then once I got out and graduated and I started working at Mount Baker Care Center, there was Susan. And she instantly became my next mentor in helping me believe in myself. Working with patients, is difficult, and working with the different flavors of physical therapists is different, and how you have to adapt. And sometimes I needed some mentorship on, me, you guys know me, I'm enthusiastic, and so some people don't embrace enthusiastic when you first meet them. And so Susan taught me how to kind of relax that down a little bit. And so Susan was my mentor there. And then we'll go to about 11 years ago, and I was working in the clinic. I had worked at Mount Baker Care Center, I had worked at Whatcom PT, and I was working at St. Joseph Hospital. And Laura Osterloh, who also graduated from this program, was teaching, and she said to me, Jamie, I think you'd be really good at this. Okay, what? Teaching. Teaching. At Whatcom Community College? No, it hadn't even entered my mind. No, she said, you'd be really good. Okay, so I trusted her. And I remember from the first moment that I stood up in front of the podium and I started teaching, I was hooked. I knew it. I knew to be able to look out and think, okay, there are 26 sets of hands that I am going to help learn to teach, to love and heal and make a difference in patients' lives. That made me feel so much better. And there were those students who didn't believe in themselves, that I saw myself in 19 years ago, and I was the one to be able to say, I believe in you. And so the physical therapy program has really taught me about who I am, what I believe in. I remember one time Susan told me when I first started teaching that it's not about you, it's about the students. And you're going to learn more about who you are as a person and what you believe in when you become a teacher. And I remember thinking, I didn't quite understand that yet, but I knew it was pearls of wisdom from Susan, and I was just going to hold on to that. And she was right, because there did come a point in my career where I had to really stand up for what I believed, what I knew it was right, be an advocate for students, and it was hard. And it was hard when I always had to do that as a therapist too. But teaching gave me the confidence to be able to do that. And then I was very excited to become the first PTA to ever be tenured here at Whatcom. And it was a big accomplishment to me as a person, to my career, and it also gave me the security that I could continue to be enthusiastic. I mean, I always thought outside the box as a therapist, and I always teach outside the box too, and becoming tenured gave me that confidence that, okay, I don't have to get up here and lecture for 2 hours. I'm going to go dress up like a patient with the TED hose, the catheter on, the gown, and Patty's going to treat me and I'm going to role play. And becoming tenured really gave me just the confidence and the ability to say, yeah, that's what the students want, that's what they need, that's how they're going to learn. So this program has really changed my life, and I mean it. And I mean it to come from that girl that had no confidence to how much Whatcom has enriched my life in so many areas is why I teach